นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะคณะนักศึกษาที่มานะคะขอให้หลวงแม่ได้เล่าเรื่องพระอรหันต์เถรีรูปใดรูปหนึ่งให้ฟังเพราะฉะนั้นหลวงแม่ก็จะขออนุญาตเล่าเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะคะสำหรับคุณยายโสนาจะเล่าเรื่องคุณยายโสนาพวกเราทุกคนรู้เรื่องนี้ดีอยู่แล้วนะคะSo I asked permission from the Sangha that I will be telling you the story of one of the 13 Arahat Theris. They already know the version in Thai, so even if I speak in English, they will understand what I'm speaking about. One of the Arahat Theris, her name is Sona. When she was young, she got married and her family was rich. Her husband was very well-to-do. She had big family, 10 children. After some time, the husband, I think the husband became a monk. So all the property remained with her. So she had to handle the paddy field, the household, the cows, the buffaloes, and the servants. So 10 children that she had, they came to tell her, the eldest son came to tell her that too much work for you, too much responsibility for you. Why don't you distribute the wealth among us? So she did according to what the eldest son told her, divided all the properties among the 10 children. The herds of cows, herd of buffaloes were sold. Even the slaves were set free. She gave them money and then they returned home. Then the son said, now that it is very easy for you to come and stay with me, we will take good care of you. So Sona went to the first son's family. She was she was taken care of very nicely by her daughter-in-law. Always provide her 3 meals, everything. Then, but after some times, after second month, now the food start getting late. Instead of having breakfast at certain time, lunch at certain time, they serve her late. And sometimes they even forget to serve her. She realized that she is actually a burden to the family. So she asked her son, her eldest son, that maybe it's time for her to move on to the second son's house. So the first family, this daughter-in-law was very happy that the mother-in-law wanted to go to the second son's home. So they all sent her to the second son's home. Same thing happened. On the third month, they started to miss her meals. Then she thought that maybe if she goes to the third home, that is a daughter, the daughter may treat her better than the daughter-in-law. So she went to the third family, which is her daughter and her family. Again, the same thing happened. Then she thought about it. How come I now become burden to them, and I don't have my own wealth because I already distributed to all my 10 children. She thought about it for some time, and then she decided that maybe she should join the order and become Bhikkhuni. So she told her daughter that maybe you should send me to the Bhikkhuni's aram nearby. I can practice myself. As I'm old, I can practice as a Bhikkhuni. So now the children were very happy for her decision. All of them will be free from the burden to take care of her. So they arranged to take her to the Bhikkhuni Arama. So as an old woman among the young Bhikkhunis, they gave her duty to always to heat the water, so that when they take bath, it must be cold weather. So they can take warm bath, So her only duty was to warm the water, prepared for the whole Sangha to take warm bath. Then the news came that the Buddha is coming nearby, in a nearby village. And she was so happy, she was overjoyed that this time she can listen to the Dharma talk given by the Buddha himself. So all the younger Bhikkhunis were preparing to go and listen to Dharma talk given by the Buddha. But as soon as they know that she is coming with them, Or then they said, oh, Venerable Grandma, you are old, you will not be able to catch up with us because we walk faster. Why don't you remain? Why don't you stay in the arama? And then, when we come back, then you can get the water ready for us to take bath. She was so sad. She was so disappointed with her own children, and now she was also disappointed with the Bhikkhuni Sangha. So she accepted her fate, what to do. So the only thing she was doing was just to feed the fire, put dry wood into the fire so that she can warm the water. Now that morning, every morning the Buddha will meditate and he will use his divine eyes to see who need helps from him. So Sona's vision came into his meditation. So he sent his radiance to guide her. He knew that today she is going to be enlightened. So the Buddha, with his compassion, sent his radiance to Sona, the old lady. Sona was just putting on dry wood into the fire. She noticed this flame. This flame that she caused is because she put the dry wood. She put the dry wood in. That's why it causes flame, and that's how she warmed the water. After she sat there for some time, forgetting to put the dry wood into the flame, so the flame kind of subsided. Then she realized that because she put this dry wood into the fire, that's why it caused the flame. The flame is like suffering. If we stop the cause of the flame will die out. At that moment, she was set free, spiritually set free from the bindings of the three poisons, namely greed, anger, and delusion. At the same time, the Buddha also sent his radiance to guide her for her enlightenment. Now she thought about it. When the young Bhikkhunis come back, they will be calling for warm water. So she made a wish. Now that she is an enlightened person, she made a wish that may, in this what you call it, the warm water container, may there always be warm water for the Bhikkhunis to come back and they can take their bath. So the young Bhikkhunis, on their way back, they were taking warm water from the container. But how come? No matter how much they take, the water is always there. Warm water is always there for all of them. So that was very strange phenomena. So they reported it to the chief nun, the chief Bhikkhuni. All of them went to report. So the chief Bhikkhuni said that maybe that is an indication that Venerable Grandma Sona must have been enlightened. You the younger ones, you always ask her to do things for you. Now all of you should go and pay respect to her and ask her for forgiveness. So all the nuns in that arama, all the young Bhikkhunis in the arama went to Venerable Grandma Sona and paid respect to her and also congratulate her for her enlightenment. I like to tell this story often when I go out in the village and I go out to sit among many old people, to tell them that enlightenment comes even when you are not educated. Enlightenment comes even when you are so old and nobody wanted you anymore. So it is this letting go of the cause of causing you suffering. In her case, it was very abrupt. So when you go down on the second floor, please go in that room on that side, Ted, on that side, you will see a sculpture, the clay sculpture that we made. And there is one that is sitting, bending a little bit, that is Sona. You can have a look at her on your way down. So this is the story of one of the 13 Arahateris. You have all of them on that side. So when you go for lunch on the second floor, after lunch, you can go up on the third floor and you can see all of them with the names on the just below the place where they sit. You will see their name, each one of them. The highest one is Mahapajapati. Mahapajapati is the very first Bhikkhuni and also the Buddha's stepmother and aunt. She was the first Bhikkhuni that we paid respect. All the 13 of them would be seated on the third floor. So please visit them. Okay, thank you.